YouTube coming to y'all with that instant analysis on the 26-point deficit that the Boston Celtics put themselves in, but they still was able to stay together and find a way to come out of it, mostly due to Jason Tatum, Drew Holiday, Jaylen Brown, Luke Cornett, and you got to give love to Porzingis in this game. Derek White hit some nasty threes too. A collective team effort to beat the Philadelphia 76ers. I know that, well, Quinn, no Joel Embiid, no Paul George, but you have to still win games if you want to be the best, if you want to show you the best, if you want your respect, and if you want your credit that's due after you do what you're supposed to do. And our job this year is to win championship 2 in a row. And I feel like games like this show you that the Celtics are going to be tough to beat 4 times in any series against any team, even through these trades that might happen, because chemistry is important. And we bought the same team back, and they understand our pros and weaknesses, and they understand how to handle adversity. And we showed that today. And I'm just so proud of my Celtics battling back, going through all that chaos, putting themselves in a big hole and not playing the blame game, not pointing the fingers. Let's go out there and get this win. And they turned it around a little bit in the third, was able to make a big run in the fourth, and they was able to close out the Sixers and play great defense on them. And we was even able to win this one by 8, 118 to 110. The Philadelphia 76ers go to 19-29 and 9-15 at home, and the Celtics go to 35-15 and 19-6 away from home. The series is tied 1-1. They beat us once, 118, 114, and we beat them today. We do play a couple weeks from now in game 3, and we do play next month for the 4th game. Both teams have a chance to prove that they're the best team in the season series, but the Sixers don't really look like they're going to make the playoffs due to rapid injuries to Paul George every blue moon now, and Joel Embiid still not being able to play back-to-backs or even play for a long period of time like he has been able not to do the last couple years. So they're in a tough situation where they want to win because they think they're a good team. They got a lot of veterans on their roster that wants to still continue to play in the NBA, so they can't just mail it in because that's going to make them look bad. And they got a rising leader in Tyrese Maxey who plays hard and is trying to do whatever he can to help this team win. He almost got a phantom foul to go his way. He went to the basket so hard that he couldn't even finish the layup. That's how great of defense that Drew Holiday was doing. He stayed on him. He made him go hard, and it just was so hard that he couldn't even finish it. But that game was already over at that point. And Drew Holiday basically hit the dagger 3 that made sure the win was going in the Celtics' favor this game. But they pushed us, and they made it interesting. They made it tough. They made it fun. And Jason Tatum, 35 points and double digits in the fourth quarter. +2 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 1 block, 1 steal, 11 assists, so a double-double for him. 7 rebounds, 4 or 5 from the free throw line, 5 or 8 from 3, 13 or 20 from the field. He hit some very long distant threes in this game and was even able to do it off the dribble when it mattered the most. That's what superstars are supposed to do. I even like that bounce off Maxey and hit a mid-range jumper over him. Porzingis couldn't do it the possession before, but Tatum was able to do it, and that's all that matter. But Porzingis was 5 of 14 from the field, but he was 3 of 7 from 3. He was 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He still was able to get 7 boards. One of them was offensive. He had 3 assists and 5 blocks. We need him for that reason. Gives us the floor spacing, gives us the ability to attack mismatches, and he can knock down his free throws. And on top of that, he can protect the paint and clog up the middle because he's mobile as a big, long, tall, athletic guy. And he's a good rebounder too. He did have 5 personal fouls in this game in 31 minutes is all he played, but he still finished with 18 points. Drew Holiday was 3 of 8 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, but he was 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He still had 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 block, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, -10 and plus minus 9 points. Derek White got hot when it mattered the most. He finished 6 of 11. That's efficient. 5 of 9 from 3. That's efficient. He didn't even need free throws tonight to get 17 points, but he also had 9 assists and 1 rebound, 1 block, 2 turnovers, 1 personal foul, +2 and plus minus. And Jaylen Brown He finished 9 of 17 from the field, but he was 2 of 7 from three and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. That was probably the worst part of his game, besides him having 4 personal fouls, but he still played 42 minutes and he had 21 points and 10 boards. 3 of his rebounds was offensive. He also had 6 assists, 2 turnovers, and 4 personal fouls, like I said before, but he was a plus 17 and plus minus. Sam Hauser was really good. He hit some threes to cut it to 11 a couple times, and those were shots to keep us in striking distance because we just needed a whole nother quarter to be able to put more pressure on them, but also execute a little bit more offensively, and that we did. 4 of 7 from the field for him. It was all threes. He didn't even need free throws to get his 12 points. He had 4 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, plus 18 and plus minus. Al Horford was 1 of 4 from the field. He was 0 of 2 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, -5 and plus minus 4 points. Luke Cornett, 101 from the field. 2 rebounds, one of them was offensive, 3 personal fouls, plus 17 and plus minus. And Jaden Springer was 0 of 2 from the field. It was all threes, and he had 1 personal foul, and he only played 7 minutes, so he couldn't do much for that reason. And the other guys didn't play coach's decision, or they was already out the game before this game started. 42 of 84, 50% from the field. 21 of 49, 42% from three, 13 to 16, 81% from the free throw line, 38 rebounds, 34 assists, 3 steals, 8 blocks, and 9 turnovers and 21 personal fouls. And the Sixers, they was having so much fun dominating the Celtics, beating the Celtics, that it looks a little silly if you watch the game and you know the ending, because they was celebrating so much. They was dunking and getting technical fouls. They was really outplaying and embarrassing the Celtics. But the Celtics just kept playing and playing and playing. And Yabusele said himself, they're coming back a little bit. Now they're only down by 14. We got to still close this one out. But he was one of the people that kept celebrating throughout the game, pumping up his muscles, flexing, hanging on the rim. But you still got to finish the food, unless it's all going to go to waste. And that's what they did. They wasted a lot of time outplaying the Celtics and not winning the ones that matter, because Philly won the first quarter 29-21. They won the second quarter 32-23, but they kind of forgot that it's 2 halves in the game of basketball, and they lost the third quarter 36-33, and that sparked this fourth quarter confidence that the Celtics can pull it off, which they ended up doing. They won the fourth quarter 38-16. The Sixers couldn't even score 20 points anymore in a quarter. And that's crazy how much they got locked down. They kept their best players on the bench too much. They started Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown at the beginning of the fourth quarter, while the Sixers was giving their guys some rest. And the Celtics really just came out and showed that they want this game, and they went out there and got it done. And the Sixers just looked crazy and silly looking back at it, as how confident they were that they was going to beat the Celtics today, and they just didn't get it done. And it just shows you how you have to pay attention and take your job serious, because everybody's out here competing for their pride a little bit. And the Sixers showed that they can beat them. They can play with them. Like I said, they already won one game against the Celtics already, but they couldn't win another one tonight. Gershon Yabusele, 21 points, -10 and plus minus. 2 personal fouls, 1 turnover, 1 steal, 6 rebounds. 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from three, 8 of 13 from the field. Justin Edwards was 12 points, +4 and plus minus. 1 personal foul, 1 turnover, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist, 7 rebounds. 4 of them was offensive, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 2 of 4 from three, 4 of 6 from the field. You like what he did, spacing the floor, knocking down threes and rebounding and playing good individual defense. Gershon actually was one of the best players that they had, just finishing in the paint and knocking down threes when they passed him the ball. But he also got to the free throw line and was perfect from there. Like, they really had a good inside game and outside game going, because Tyrese Maxey was just unguardable. He was knocking down threes, knocking down floaters, getting to the basket and finishing, knocking down all his free throws. He was 11 for 11 at the free throw line. He was 5 of 8 from three. He finished 9 of 21 from the field, and they just completely took him out the game in the fourth quarter in Yabusele. 34 points for 34 points for Tyrese Maxey, 4 personal fouls, 2 turnovers. He had 6 assists and 3 rebounds. Kelly Oubre, he was hit or miss sometimes throughout the game. He finished 6 of 17 from the field. He kept trying to score, then he kept trying to turn down shots too. He was a little bit too passive in this game and in the end of it, but he finished 2 of 3 from the 3 point line, 4 of 8 from the free throw line. He had 18 points and 13 rebounds. One of his rebounds was offensive. 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls, -6 and plus minus. And Ricky Council, 11 points for him, -6 and plus minus, 3 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 8 assists, 7 rebounds. One of them was offensive, 0 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line, and 5 of 11 from the field. And Bona was 1 of 1 from the field, 2 points, +2 and plus minus, 2 personal fouls, 2 turnovers, 1 block, 1 steal, 5 boards. 2 of them was offensive. Kyle Lowry hit 2 threes. They was good, quick shots when he was open. Still was able to knock them down and missed the other 2. He finished 2 of 4 from the field and 2 of 4 from 3 no free throws. He did have 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal. He finished with 3 personal fouls, and he was a -10 and plus minus with 6 points. And Reggie Jackson was able to hit 2 shots out of 9. He was 1 of 6 from 3 and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He still got 2 boards, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 personal fouls. He was a -14 and plus minus with 6 points. The rest of the guys didn't play, or we already knew they was ruled out because of injury. 37 of 82, 45% from the field. 15 of 32, 46% from 3. 21 of 28, 75% from the free throw line. 46 rebounds, 20 assists, 7 steals, 2 blocks, 10 turnovers, 19 personal fouls, and they did score a lot of points tonight. They did have a chance to win this game, and they let it go. They didn't get hot at the right time, and they just got locked up a little bit in the end. And the Celtics are champions for this reason. You know, they know how to figure things out. They know how to hold themselves accountable. They know how to take their game to another level, and they just trust the process of knowing their game. It didn't work a little bit in the first half. Let's see how the game goes in the second half. And that's how the game is always played, and we know this. And that's why the Celtics is the champs. And they most likely going to be defending that championship this year. And we'll see if a team can knock us off. But if we play like this, and we knocking down our threes, and we get into the paint, and the ball is snapping and moving, and we're not just dribbling the clock out, shooting a tough shot, it's going to be hard to beat us. And when the floor is spaced out at all 5 positions, and you got guys that can beat you 1-on-1 and get to the paint or the free throw line, it can be a little bit hectic to be able to beat us because all the chaos we cause on the defensive end, when everything gets broke down, you always got to leave open a shooter, and that's why we're tough to guard. And that's why we're tough to beat, because we actually have athletic, big guys that can guard multiple positions and be switchable. And that really hurted Philly in the fourth quarter, too. I don't really know who I can get an advantage on trying to dribble to the basket or trying to score if I can't get to the basket. So it kind of forced you to be more of a perimeter player than a guy trying to get the easiest shots that he can get, which is layups, dunks, and free throws. But the Celtics, you know, it ain't something that's new. We've been around for a while. This team has been around for a while, and this is just a good group of guys to have around Tatum and Brown as our best duo that we had in a while. And I'm just glad that we still have that fire in our belly to still be able to put on a great performance when it's needed against some guys that was feeling themselves a little bit too much, and we had to teach them a good lesson that they learned throughout the season already. And this is why the Sixers are struggling, because their best players also are not the most healthiest outside of Maxey. But we understand that it's still good competition. It still makes us better. Still makes us learn and show that we not quitting on this season. And we still want that hunger of a championship to get another one. Let's go for Banner 19, man. Comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, I make videos just like this in different variations and different topics. I also make breakdowns of real footage of legends, current legends, rookies, future stars. I also do mock draft coverage and draft coverage in general about the NBA only. This is an NBA only channel. And if you're new to the channel, I also have my email and my social medias on my channel too, so you can check those out if you want to, or you want to collaborate, or you just want to get to know me a little better, or see some other things that I do besides just basketball. And thank y'all for watching. Thanks for continuing to put analysis in your schedules, in your lives, throughout the days, throughout the weeks, throughout the months, throughout the years. I've been doing this for so long that I'm global at this point, which I've been New Years ago, but it's still fun to give y'all classic analysis as much as I can in different ways, and y'all still love and appreciate it for what it is. And that's what make y'all the best fans. And I'm glad that y'all my fans, and I'm glad that y'all support me, and I love what I've been able to do. We got off to a good start in January. Let's continue it in February, and let's make 2025 better than 2015. I think we're doing a little bit better than that year already. Let's continue it in this whole entire year, not just 2 months. And this month just started. And I'm liking how we starting this one too so far, especially with more content coming, like Khalil Ware breakdown, Jalen Williams breakdown, Jared Allen breakdown, and I also got the hottest topics, which is trades, and I also got the instant analysis, the rookie analysis, and the rundown that was already posted today. It's just so many things to talk about, so many different ways to do it. I've been able to do this for 10 years. That's why most people look at me as the greatest analyst ever, especially for basketball. And I like that title. I keep it for now. See you guys later today. Y'all stay good.